this is something that we'll see quite often, especially with older tanks. There might be an old pipe sitting down there. There might be some wood. There might be some concrete. Is it a cause for concern?
Ask the Pumperdude, ask the Pumperdude, ask the Pumperdude, ask the Pumperdude. Answering your questions in the pod shed right now. Misinformation, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You know, with us we'll cut out all of the bull. Ask the Pumperdude, ask the Pumperdude, ask the Pumperdude, ask the Pumperdude. Answering your questions in the pod shed right now. Please give us a like, please give us a don't forget to subscribe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Ask The Pumperdude. My name is Jake Chamberlain, and I'm glad you joined me for another episode. We've got quite a few questions have been coming in the comments, so I thank you guys for asking those questions. Please keep asking them. I do keep an eye on the comments on all my videos and make sure that I'm answering any more questions that you guys have. One that did come through lately was, and this is perfect for this time of year, especially in the Midwest where we are, we're getting a lot of rain. The question was, how does heavy rain affect a drain field? Should it cause issues? And the quick answer is no, it should not cause you to have problems with your septic system. If you do notice that after a heavy rainfall or during a heavy rain episode that you're having issues with drainage, either ponding in your drain field or actually causing you to back up in the house, this is usually a sign that the drain field is on its last legs. You know, it's getting towards the end of its life. What happens is, under normal dry conditions, when we're using water in the house, it's just able to keep up with the amount of water that's being used. So as the water comes out to the drain field from the septic tank, it spreads out and it is draining just fast enough to keep up with the water that's coming in behind it. What happens when we get that heavy rain and all that extra water is coming into the drain field? Now there's too much water coming in and it floods out the drain field and is not able to keep up with the rate of the water that's coming in from the house, and you start to get that backup. And so what you'll find is that you might get some heavy rain and you have a short period of having a backup in the house, and then all of a sudden it goes away, things dry up, and it starts working again. So it is cause for alarm to a certain degree. You're going to really want to start thinking ahead of, I may be needing to make a repair or replacement to my system. So it would be a good idea at that point to have a good inspector come out and take a look at the drain field. Just make sure that there isn't something short of being at the end of the life expectancy of your system. There could be a problem, say for instance that your header is not level and only a small portion of the drain field is being used. You could get those same symptoms from the rain. And if that's the case, that's a smaller repair that could be to level out the header to make sure that we're using the entire drain field. So that that would be something that you could fix and help get a longer life out of the system. But it's definitely something that you'll want to start thinking about. You're probably getting close to needing to address the drain field, especially if it's older. The next question that we've gotten: should I remove debris off the bottom of the septic tank? So this is something that we'll see quite often, especially with older tanks. When we pump the tank down, we'll see there might be an old pipe sitting down there. There might be some wood. There might be some concrete. Sometimes builders, when the tanks are installed, they throw their garbage in there, or it just ends up in there for whatever reason. Is it a cause for concern? Generally, it's not. Usually, those items that are in there, it's not something that's going to be causing an issue with the drain field. I mean, if there was a ton of stuff in there, certainly it's going to limit the capacity of the tank, but that's more rare. We're not going to see, just piles of stuff in the septic tank. But so I would urge you, certainly do not go into your tank to try and get some concrete out of there, or a little bit of dirt that might be in there, or an old concrete pipe or clay pipe that might have been left in there. Sometimes when a repair is done or a new drain field is installed and the old tank is left in place, sometimes an old clay elbow outlet device might have been knocked off to install a new PVC to connect to the new system. Don't go down in there. Don't concern yourself that you're going to have a problem because of it. That kind of stuff is just going to sit down in the bottom. It's not getting churned up with the water. It's not something that's going to affect the drain field or cause you issues backing up in the house. If your pumper is able to use a tool and get it out of there, great. If they can't, it's not the end of the world. It's not something that should keep you up at night. So again, please do not try to. I've seen people put a ladder down in their tank after it was pumped, and they're down inside trying to shovel out a little bit of dirt from the bottom of the tank because they're so concerned about it. You're more likely to die. You're far more likely to die doing that than have an issue with your system because of it. So don't let it keep you up at night. Not a big deal at all. And certainly ask your pumper, if you see when they're cleaning it, there's something down there. You do want to make sure that they're inspecting the tank, especially if you see an old elbow or something or a piece of pipe down in the bottom. You want to make sure that your outlet device is still intact. So make sure that they're doing a good inspection when they clean the tank. Make sure that the drain field is being protected and it's not where that outlet device has fallen off. You would want to make sure you get that repair done. So that's another good point. So along with outlet devices, this next question, should the outlet device be capped on the top to prevent sludge from overflowing through the top of the outlet? So quick review on what the outlet device is. You've got the septic tank, and you've got the outlet pipe from the septic tank to the drain field up near the top of the tank. That line comes inside the tank, and there's a couple different outlet devices. If you search our channel, you can find a couple of videos that explains that. The most common, and especially in our repair videos, you'll see that we use a PVC sanitary tee to create this outlet device. So again, that line going out to the drain field comes inside the tank up near the top. We've got a tee on the end of it and a little extension off the bottom of that tee. And again, what that's doing is that water level in the tank is right at the bottom of that outlet line that goes through the wall. We've got the tee on the end that's going to stop any of the crust layer of solids that are floating on top of the water is going to be stopped and held back in the tank by the tee. And then that extension off the bottom of the tee is going into the middle part of the tank where the cleanest water is. That's that effluent that we talk about. So that comes up, goes out to the drain field, leaves the sludge on the bottom of the tank so that we're sending as clean of water as we can out to the drain field. So the question is, we've got that tee. So the middle fitting on the tee is connected to the outlet line. We've got the fitting on the bottom here with the extension going down into the middle part of the tank. And on the top, we've got an open fitting. So should that be capped to make sure that nothing overflows over the top and gets out to the drain field? The answer is no. So there's two reasons for that. Number one, under normal function, the operating level in the septic tank again is at the bottom of that outlet line going out to the drain field. So you've got roughly 6 8 inches or so of that T is sticking up above that water level. So the water level's down here, the top of that opening of the T is up here. So that water level stays constant, so we're not going to have that coming over the top. The other reason that we want to leave that open is so that we allow for ventilation. If that is capped off, we can run into the issue where a siphon is going to be created, and it'll actually suck hundreds of gallons of water out of the septic tank out to the drain field, and that's never what we want. We never want large volumes of water going out to the drain field all at once. We never want to create a flooding effect in the drain field. We want it to have time to be able to allow the water to spread out and drain naturally into the ground. So any type of outlet device should always be vented. So if you have a PVC T as your outlet device, it should be left open on the top. If it's a vented elbow, it should be vented. So you should see a hole in the top of that elbow where it connects to the outlet line. And then if you have a concrete baffle, that concrete baffle, you'll see there's 2 walls to the concrete baffle here that hit the back side of the tank, and then the front side covers up in front of the outlet line. But at the top of that box that's created, there will be a little opening allowed for ventilation. So it just allows that natural flow of water from the house into the septic tank and then out to the drain field without allowing any siphoning to occur. So I hope that answers some more of your questions. And if you come across any of our videos, keep the comments and questions coming, and we'll be happy to answer them. So again, thanks. My name is Jake Chamberlain. This is Ask the Pumperdude, and we will see you on the next one.